This will also be recorded so you can watch it again later if you don't remember. So we're going to fill this in together. Okay. I gave you the little chart. Okay. Maybe. Okay. So in the middle, they should be. Uh-oh. Now my thing's not working. Come on. Come back. There we go. There's that. Okay. So in the middle, it should be 34% and 34%. Don't round it. Okay. The next part, 13.5% and 13.5%. The next part is 2.35% and 2.35%. All right. Then we have 0.15% and 0.15%. Okay. I want you right now to write those out 5 more times. I gave you the charts, right? So remember down at the bottom, it takes you to the next page. So there's 2 pages of that. Okay. So write it out 5 times. See if you can get them memorized right now. Okay. Five times. There's another page. I give you about another minute. We are in a whiteboard.chat on Google Classroom. Okay, once you're done, open a Desmos tab as well, because we're gonna need to do some basic calculations. Okay. Looks like we're close. Okay. I see a lot of people with the 3 filled out on the second page. Okay. So I want you to go down to the third page. So go to the third page. Okay. And I made up a totally nonsense problem. Okay. Because I want you to focus in. It doesn't matter what the problem's about. You need to see the words normally distributed, standard deviation, and mean. It's all you need to worry about in the problem. Okay. So the Hooyvacs are XYZ, whatever. Okay. The data is normally distributed with a standard deviation of 8 and a mean of 35. Okay. So all I'm going to do right now is I'm not even going to try to answer my questions. I am going to draw my normal distribution curve. Okay. So, and this one right here, this would be the proficient question. Okay. So you know on your proficient question, use that to your advantage because I label which one's proficient and which one's advanced. On your proficient question, you know you're drawing your standard normal curve. Okay, or your normal curve. Okay. All right. I probably drew that way too large. All right. So I know that I draw a mean in the middle, and then I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. I immediately fill in the percentages we just tried to memorize. So 34, 34, 13.5. So throw them in there one more time. That's my sneaky way of getting you to write it one more time. 2.35 and 0.15, and these are in percent. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our mean in the middle because that's where the mean goes. 35. Okay. This right here, to go this way, I need to take my standard deviation, and what do we got to do? We're going to add it. Okay, to go this way, what do we do with our standard deviation? Subtract it. Okay, so right now, go ahead, use Desmos. Add going to the right, subtract going to the left till you run out of spots. Okay, and you're going to put them right. You're going to put the answers on the lines. Okay, this is why I assign homework, so you practice with this. Why it was in the review too. Okay, what did we get when we added 8 for the first time to 35? 43, is that right? Okay, and add it again, what did you get? What was it? 51, and one more time? 59. Okay, when we subtracted, what did we get? 27, and then what? 19, and then 11. Okay, perfect. Okay. Again, I gave you some nonsense words, right? What percent of Hooyvacs or XYZ is less than 43? The two things you need to focus on is determining if you're in percent or probability, and then what they want you to find. So I need to find that number 43. Okay, so here's 43 on the chart. I need to add up everything that's less than. So I would be adding together 0.15 plus 2.35 plus 13.5 plus 34 plus 34. All right. Go into Desmos. Do that for me real quick. Don't call it out yet. Give everybody a chance to actually do the calculation. Okay, did we get a number? What did we get? 84, and we put a percent symbol after it because it says percent, and what we were calculating in was already in percent, so we just leave it alone. Okay. All right, I'm going to erase that part. Let's go to the next part. It says, what is the probability? So that's a word to focus on. That the Hooivax or XYZ is between these two numbers. So I'm going to go find those two numbers. At the end, I'm going to convert to probability. Okay. So between 27 and 59. So here's 27, maybe. Here's 27, here's 59. What am I going to do with everything in between there? Add it up. So 34 plus 34 plus 13.5 plus, I think it went 2.35, right? Yep. Okay, add it up. Don't call it out yet. Everybody try it. Add it up. Leave it in decimal point. Do not round it. I had a few people rounding or using wrong numbers. That was the biggest. If we knew what we were supposed to do, the biggest mistake was rounding the wrong or using wrong numbers. Okay, what are we getting? 83, what was it? 0.5? 85%. Okay. Leave it with those decimal points. Do not round it to 84. Do not round it to 83.9. Leave it like that. That's what I want. Okay. All right. Now, it says that was the percentage. We want probability. To do probability, we have to shift the decimal place left twice. So our probability is 0.8385 and leave all four decimals. It's fine. We're not going to worry about trying to take it to 3. Just leave it like that. Do we understand the difference between percent and probability? It's sliding that decimal point. That's it. That's all there is to it. Probability has to be a number that's between 0 and 1. Okay? Percentage has to be a number that's between 0 and 100. Okay? All right. Let's try it again. So what is the probability that the Hooivax or XYZ is between 11 and 43? So what are the key things in this question? Probability, what else? Does it matter what my other words are? No, I'm not even going to worry about the other words. And I'm going to make up some kind of scenario that you've never seen before. Okay? You focus in on that word probability and you focus in on that word 11 and the 43. Okay? All right. So I'm going to start. I'm going to go between 11 and 43. Let me erase where I'm at. Okay. 11 is here and 43 is here. If we're doing this problem and your numbers aren't coming up in the problems, you've done something wrong somewhere probably, okay? Especially if you're on the proficient question, okay? The advanced question is another whole ball of wax, okay? But the proficient question, it should be, whatchamacallit, should be just like this. The number should show up. Okay, so 2.35 plus 13.5 plus 34 plus 34. That looks kind of familiar. Plus 13.5 plus 34 plus 34. Isn't that 83.85? Didn't we already do that? Yeah. So this time, what did it ask for? Percentage or probability? What do I have to do for probability? Move the decimal left too. So 8385. Okay. So we can have, there's 3 scenarios, right? It can be less than something, it can be between 2 numbers, or it can be greater than something. So this last one is the greater than. So what percent of the Hooivax or XYZ is greater than 43? So what am I going to focus in on? What words? Percent. What else? Greater than 43. Perfect. Okay, so let's go to my chart again. I just want greater than 43. So I'm going to come here, and I'm going to go greater than 43. So I'm adding up 13.5, 2.35, and 0.15. So 13.5 plus 2.35 plus 0.15. Okay, take a sec, 30 seconds, add it up. Use Desmos, add it up. Make sure you're practicing. Okay. What'd we get? 16%. Do I need to convert it? No, because it said percent. I get to keep it, right? Okay. I have another nonsense problem for you to do. Okay. So try this one. I think it's got it's got 4 parts again. I'm going to give you about 4 to 5 minutes, right? You get about 5 minutes on the test. So you should be able to do it in 3 to 4. Okay. So I'm going to be quiet for that much time. I'm going to give you time to work on it. Okay. You have a week to make it up from the test date, which she's already gone. So you just have to take the retest. Okay. Yeah, Lauren. You're welcome. Okay. matter where you're at, that's about 4-ish minutes. So that's kind of what that feels like. All right, so no matter where you're at, now I didn't give you 4 questions to do, right, on the task. I think I may have given you 2. Okay, so that should cut down the time a little bit. But I wanted to make sure you had variety here. All right, what did we get when we went this way? Help me out with my numbers. I didn't do that much. 143, 159, and 175? Okay, what about the other way? 79. Everybody in agreement? So we can add and subtract. We got 95. Okay, is that better? So now we can add and subtract. That's good. Okay, is the 79 still correct? Yeah, okay. All right. Probability that the Bunky-Yorts are more than 111. So what words are important? Probability, what else? More than. Okay, so I need to grab 111, and I need to go more than. So I should have been adding 34 plus 34 plus 13.5 plus 2.35 plus 0.15. What'd you get? 84%. What did they want? Probability. So I need to take that decimal point, slide it twice. My answer is 0.84. Everybody okay with that? Okay. Let's look at the next one. Okay, what percent of Bunky-Yorts are between 79 and 175? All right, so let's go between 79 and 175. So 79 is here, 175 is there. So I got to add all that up, right? So 2.35 plus 13.5 plus 34 plus 34 plus 13.5 plus 2.35. All right, what'd you get? 99 point what? 7%? Okay. All right. And can I leave it in percent? I forgot to ask about the words. Is it okay to leave it in percent? Yep. 99.7%. Perfect. Okay. Let's check the other two. Probability that we're between 95 and 159. Okay, so what were my important words in there this time? Probability and? Yep. Okay. So, all right. And I totally forgot. 95 and 159. So let's see. 95 and 159. So I'm adding the stuff in the middle. 13.5 plus 34 plus 34 plus 13.5. What'd you get? 95? And that was in percent. Can I leave it like that? What's this word say? Probability. What do I got to do? Move the decimal, so we should have gotten 0.95. Everybody okay? All right. We've got it in the last one here. What words are important? Percent, and I heard less than 95. Okay. So let's go back to my nice little chart here. Less than 95 is going to be here, right? And down. So I'm going to add the 0.15 and the 2.35. So 0.15 plus 2.35. What do you get? 2.5%. Do I have to change it? No, because it says percent. Are we feeling better about this, I hope?
Yes.
Okay. We 100% on this part. You get that right, that gets you a 3. It gets you from a 0 or a 1 to a 3 just for getting that right. Okay? There's no excuses at this point. There's plenty out there to practice. Okay? You can go do the review. You can go do the homework. Okay? It's all there. All right. There was another type of problem. So this is the advanced problem right here. So switch to the advanced one. Okay? Surprisingly, more people did better on this than on the proficient problem. I don't know why. There is a cut and dry formula for this one. Okay, so when you see the table and you see the words advanced, you know that you're on the advanced problem. Okay, again, there's nonsense words, right? Cheesers spent by the Hooivox movestine are normally distributed with a mean of 45 and a standard deviation of 10. Use the table above to find each probability. So the stuff that isn't nonsense words is what's important. We need to know it's normally distributed. They gave us a mean. They gave us a standard deviation. Okay? They gave us the table. The table means I am no longer using the curve. Okay? The table means I'm using the formula. So you probably want to write the formula down. It's x minus mu over standard deviation. This is your probability. Okay? Actually, no, that's your z-score, not your probability. It's your z-score. Z-score. Okay? So remember, mu is the mean and baby sigma is the standard deviation. So you need to know that formula. It will not be anywhere for you. Just like the percentages, I'm testing you on that, are not going to be there for you. I will give you the table. Okay? And that's kind of an abbreviated table compared to the one we did in our notes. Okay. A randomly selected Hooyvox. This was movestine for less than 30 cheesers. What's important? Less than 30 is the only thing that's important in the whole thing, right? Because it was the only thing that wasn't a nonsense word, right? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find my z-score. Okay. A randomly selected Hooyvox. I totally didn't say find the probability, did I?
Yeah, it's in the top.
Oh, it's in the top. There it is. Find each probability. Okay, so are we worried about percent this time? No, but be careful because on the test, could I ask for percent?
Yeah.
I could. Okay, I didn't happen to in this. Okay. All right. What is going to go in for the x? This guy here, whatever's in here, that's your x. So 30 minus, what's my mean? 45. And what was my standard deviation? 10. All right. If you must use Desmos, you can. These numbers are pretty easy. What's 30 minus 45? Negative 15 divided by 10 would be negative what? 1.5. Notice the 1.5 is here, so guess what? There's your probability. So my probability equals 0.07. Okay? I'm not going to give you the one that's the weird subtract one. Okay? This is going to be really straightforward for this. Okay? I'm going to give you a between one, but I'm not going to do the one that's above. The above one is weird. Okay? All right, let's look at the next piece. A randomly selected Hooyvox was movestine for between 25 and 35 cheesers. What is important? Between 25 and 35. Okay, so I need to calculate 2 z-scores. And then I'm going to subtract their probabilities. Okay? So z-score, and I'm just going to write a little subscript for the notation. I need the z-score for 25, and I need the z-score for 35. Okay? All right, so this one's the 25, that one's the 35. What was our mean? 45 on both of them, right? What's our standard deviation? 10 on both of them. All right, it's 25 minus 45. Negative 20, and the negative's important, right? Negative 20 divided by 10 is? Negative 2, which means the probability of 25. Let's go, we got to look at our chart. What do we get? 0.2. Okay, so let's see. 35 minus 45 is what? Negative 10 divided by 10 is? Negative 1. So our probability of 35 is what? 0.16. So our overall probability, what am I going to do with those two numbers? I got to subtract 0.16 minus 0.02. So 0.14. Remember, the table opens it up so we can do more probabilities than we can with the curve. Okay? Now, granted, I gave you a very limited table, so we can only do so much with that. Okay? But if I gave you the big table, it would open it up. Okay? What are we doing on time? We've got 3 minutes. Okay. So here's what I want you to do. Really quick, see if in 2 minutes you can do these two. Okay? I'll do them too. I'll give you a head start, like a 30-second head start, then I'll do them so we can check our work. Okay? And we will add in a little bit of the 2-point whatever review the next day after our lesson. Okay? So I want to make sure we hit it. Even come up. Ooh, I gave us one that wasn't on there, huh? Yeah, bummer. Okay. This one would have been negative. Oh, really not on there, huh? That's my fault. That's what I get. I stayed in the 5s, right? But I totally blew it on my numbers. So that's okay. Do you understand what to do? Did we get this one right? The probability on that one?
What?
Did we get the probability on C right? 0.31. Okay. All right. So we're going to wait for the bell to ring. Okay. When we exit here, okay, you're going to go out that direction. Okay. So you're going to go out towards the walk. All right. You're going to follow the crowd up to the stadium. We're going to get our steps in today. And you guys go to the home side, which is the far side, and you go to the right. Okay. When are we going to do the retake on this? Wednesday. You need to be ready. Okay. And by this afternoon, I will have the new stuff because we're going to take the new quiz on Friday. Okay, I have the new stuff.
Is it 0.31?
Yeah, that's what's up there.
I told
isn't
you.
It? It's right there. I wrote it up there. All right. Have fun at the assembly. I'll see you there. Those of you that wore red, good job.
I'm gonna have a question. So
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna have a missing assignment like in every like for like ever, I guess.
The quiz?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to replace the score with what you get on this one.
Okay.
Okay, it won't be missing. All right?
Okay.
That's why I'm saying it doesn't matter if you come in because we're just going to retake it already. Okay? But you need to make sure if you're out, you have a week to get in here to get that done.
I didn't know I was supposed to have a week to get.
It's on the syllabus. Should have read it. Okay? Got it?
Yeah.
So from now on, you have a week.
But
It's not
I know how to
endless.
do it. I feel confident in
Okay, good. So I hope you can do it.
Yes, thank you.
You're
Have a
welcome.
great day.
You too. Taking this off.